Well, hey guys, what's going on? It's Stef here. I hope you've been well. I know I have, and if you're familiar with this channel, you know that it's the time of year when I put out my top 10, or in this case 11, best finds of the previous year. The reason I do this right around the 4th of July is because I launched my channel on the 4th of July in 2019, so annually I love to take a look back at the very best finds. The finds everybody dreams about, the bucket listers, the ones you've wanted forever, the ones you thought you would never find. This video is full of those, and it is my longest YouTube video ever, which is why I'm not cutting a proper intro. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Oh, and I also included something in here that you haven't even seen because it didn't make it to video. Buckle up, because this is going to be a very long episode. I just happened to be on my way to the edge of the field for a little break. I did just get a pretty good signal though, after I, dug down and got rid of a corn stalk. Should be right under the center of my coil there. It sounds pretty tight. Let's check it out. All right, nice. I might have a coin. Right there, very thin. I picked it up briefly just to see that it looks like it's made out of copper. But I didn't check to see if we have a shank on that side. What are you? I guess we should... Ah, it's a coin. It's definitely a coin. So that's awesome. But what is it? Ooh, there's something coming through for sure. For sure that we're going to have some edge lettering there, it looks like. Unless that's just a pattern and I'm just not seeing the shank post. I don't know. I'm gonna have to give this a few minutes and come back, but it should be something different, is what I'm thinking anyway. Well, you would think given the edge lettering I'd be able to figure this out. I have no idea. Well, thankfully someone was able to figure this out because I was coming up empty. And while I have it oriented somewhat properly in the frame, I thought it'd be a good idea to insert an overlay so that you can see what this is. Anyway, I was right. It was definitely something different. This is a Belgian coin called a Sette Vicante 1 Liard from 1688. You can see the edge lettering lines up perfectly with the non-dug example. Now I'll compare a close-up of the front and back of my coin with the same non-dug example. If you squint, you can even see the date of 1688 on mine, absolutely confirming the ID. So this begs the question, what on earth was a Belgian coin from 1688 doing in a cornfield in Connecticut? Well, that's the allure and mystery of metal detecting for you, isn't it? Okay, let's go back to the action with me not having a clue what this is. I'm sure I'll have an answer by the time this video drops, though. I've got to. There's stuff on both sides. I've just been standing here for at least 15 minutes trying to make it out, and I cannot, so just posted it in one of my groups to see if anyone else knows, because this is driving me crazy. I mean, it says, like, what is this? It looks like OLEC. I've got no idea. I certainly hope I have an idea on this, but either way, that is copper number 12 for the year, so I'll take it, and I can't wait to see what it is. This is going to be something different that I don't have, I'm pretty sure. I don't think anyone's been here in a while, at least not with newer technology, because I just got a belter of a signal. 1416, thought it was going to be yet another shotgun shell. I think I know what it is, and if it's what I think it is, I'm going to be really happy. I think this is a 1700s bale seal. Most of the ones we dig are not nearly that old. This looks ancient, whatever it is. Whoa. I'm going to brush that off and come back. It really looks like there's writing along the edge or something. And yeah, I want to be careful with that. It's wicked cool already, whatever it is. Don't you just love it when you find something really cool and then it's even cooler than you thought? You guys, this is a lead counterfeit large cent. Look at the bun right there. This is a braided hair. That's the obverse. And the reason I know it's a counterfeit instead of part of a lead mold is because it's facing the correct way and everything. Here's the other side. You can see the wreath and then part of United States. This is like one of the coolest things I've dug this year. And look at this little thing here. Maybe it kind of gives us insight, you know, as to how they were crafting all of these counterfeit coins. A lot of counterfeit coinage circulated the colonies and then, you know, the early U.S. as well, obviously. This is like an 1839 to 1854 large cent, or counterfeit large cent anyway. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. That is so cool. And I wonder if it was used anyway, you know, even with this little thingy right here. I don't know how the heck someone would possibly try to use this, but, you know, is legal tender. But there's a hole through it, which people would often do to keep their coins on clothing, or they'd string them all together and wear them. Yeah, that's the coolest thing I've dug in a long time. That's amazing. That's the stuff I'm after. This has such a story. You know, I mean, it was so unacceptable to be counterfeiting coins. You'd certainly go to prison for that back then. So someone was desperate, and I came along and found this 170 years later or something. That's crazy. Yep, I know. I'm still marveling at this thing. It's actually a little bit different than I thought. I just kind of wet it with some nose grease, and of course now the sun's gone away, so you can't even see it. But the bust is actually that of a matron head large cent. So that's going to be 1816 to 1839. That is amazing. I love this piece. Like, for real, I just can't get over it. I haven't moved from this spot in about 10 minutes. Just staring at this thing. Oh, here comes the sun a little bit. Is it going to help? Kind of came and went, but you can see the back of the bust there where her hair is down behind her neck. A little bit, sort of. I can, anyway. It's just so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. I know, I'm spending a lot of time on this piece, but as I mentioned, it's one of the coolest things I've found all year, so stick with me for just a minute, because I do have a theory on what this piece really is. In retrospect, we now know that we were on a fur trading site, or at least a site that saw a lot of Native American activity in the 1600s and 1700s. So knowing that, I actually think this might be a piece of trade lead. If you peruse some books on the subject of fur trading, you'll see very similar examples with a smooth edge about the size of a large cent and a round hole in the center. Unfortunately though, they're just referred to as trade lead pieces, and we don't really know what other purposes they could have served. I guess it's kind of a form of currency, just like a lot of trade items are. That's the whole idea, right? So anyway, that's my theory with this particular piece. I don't think that it was a counterfeit coin, even though somebody clearly used a counterfeit matron head large cent mold. Because think about it. How far could you really circulate a coin that still had the casting sprue attached? Don't think that would have worked out very well. It certainly wouldn't have fooled me. So that's my conclusion on this. Given the context of the site, we're going to call it trade lead. On with the show. Happy days. Nice. I got the first, well, no, you have a dandy button. We'll show the audience in a minute, but yeah. I think I got a coin I haven't dug in like 4.5 years. It came up with 16. I'll give you guys a second to think about what that is. It's silver. I think I got a trime. I think I've got a trime. What is that actually? Is that a trime? Yeah, it is. I just saw it. Nice. Oh man, that was my second silver egg. Oh, it's beautiful. Nice, man. I'm so excited. Stef. Oh, I've been thinking about trimes for a while. I haven't dug one in so long.
You got a date right there.
What is it, a 52? Probably.
I can't
that was
see
my
it.
Last one.
It's at the bottom. Maybe
we'll figure it out if we spray the back, because it'll have like olive branches or something if it's the 60s. Oh man. Nice. Yeah, I think that's going to be a 52.
There's no hole in it, so you get to walk out of here today.
Oh, man, that's awesome. And what were we just talking about, sir?
Well, we were talking about how I found my first trime walking to the edge of the field to go pee.
That's how I make a lot of good finds, too.
Yeah, no less than 10 minutes later.
Yeah, really. I mean, we had just taken a break. That's awesome. Oh man, it's not even like whacked up by the plow. No scratches that I can see that are obvious. Oh, it's amazing. All right, we'll come back with a close-up, but yeah, good way to start the day. Okay, well, there it is, and we've got a date of 1853. A little stress fracture at the very top of the star, but that's to be expected. These are pretty brittle, especially the first few years. It's like 75% silver and 25% copper or something. I can't remember right now. But in any case, for the first time, well, probably ever, in the 1850s, postage dropped from 5 cents to 3 cents. So rather than having you hand over 3 large cents, which were like the size of $50 back then, the U.S. Mint decided to make this coin to get your postage out. Oh, and it is notoriously the toughest little silver coin to find. Oh my god, I'm really excited right now, guys. I got like a 21 to 22. It was deeper than I thought. I did bring it up to the surface, but it was probably about 6 or 7 inches deep. It sounded like a coin, but I've been digging so much slaw out here and just teeny tiny like aluminum balls that I said forget it with the live dig. That's like the size of a half dime or a half real. Oh boy. Oh boy, I'm just savoring it. I'm so excited. So excited. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a little half dime, I think. Oh, it's a cap bust half dime! Holy crap! Oh my god! Oh my god! Is that what that is? Is that what that... No! I finally got my count! I did it! You guys, I did it! Oh, anyone who knows me personally knows I wanted one of these forever. And I got a beautiful half dime. Let's see if we can get a date on this. 1829. Oh my god. Oh boy. Let me spray that off. And there she is in all of her glory. A capped bust half dime. Oh, and it's in exquisite condition. 1829. Gotta flip it and rotate. Hang on a second. Sorry for the close-up of my hand. Oh, I don't want to drop that though. And my fingers are dirty because I don't wear gloves. You can see the 5C on the bottom denoting 5 cents. And that exquisite eagle. Guys, I say it every year for the last few years in particular. I really want a capped anything because I just love this design. And, well, now I have one. She's upside down, but like I said, dirty fingers, I don't want to rub it. That is outstanding. That makes my day, and I can go home happy now because I gotta get out of here. I've got a dinner date, so sorry for the upside down. There we go. Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, I love it. I know. I gotta get the heck out of the woods. It's way darker than it looks. Check out the sexy backlight. I got like a 29 to 31 signal. Guys, I have wanted one of these forever. I've got a silver colonial cufflink right there. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is not gonna show up well. Shoot. Hang on, let me see what I can do. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was on my bucket list for 2022. I do believe Nicola has the match to this, which is found about half a mile away. Oh my goodness, let me spray that off and I'll come back. Holy crap. What a day. Hey, this works all right. I've got my headlamp on. You can see it. This is a colonial silver cufflink. I just used the rest of my water to spray this off. Look at that. That's all hand tooled. That is so beautiful. Oh man. I can't believe the day I'm having. I really can't believe the day I'm having. Oh god. It's a little bent, but there's no crack in it or anything, and I am not going to try to straighten this out. I'm not going to screw it up. Oh my god. I have to just hike out of here now. This looks like Blair Witch type stuff, doesn't it? I need to get the hell out of the woods. Oh, it's hard to stop though. Copper, boom. silver colonial etched cufflink. I'm in love. That might be my favorite find of the year. I say that about everything, though, don't I? I'm just going to shut up and go home now, or at least try to. Wow. That is a breathtaking piece of personal colonial history. Okay, remember how I said to keep your mind on December 29th? This is where it comes into play. You heard me say in the previous clip that Nicola had found another half of this cufflink about a half-mile away a few years ago. But what I didn't know is that she had found it 4 years ago to the day, December 29th of 2018. In fact, take a look at this. It had just popped up in her Facebook memories. And as you can imagine, it remains one of her best finds to date. These do not come up often, and it is super exciting to find colonial silver. Anyway, rewind just a bit. I hike out of the woods, get home, and we take a look at our cufflinks side by side. As it turns out, mine is about twice the size of hers, as you can see in the photo right now. Regardless, it's obviously the same design made by the same silversmith over 250 years ago. What an outstanding piece of silver to end 2022, and I could not have asked for a better piece. But wait, it gets better. Guess what I found in an area of the woods between our two cufflinks? Those of you who have been following me since before I created this YouTube channel may recall a spill in March of 2019 that consisted of a 2 real and 2 half reals in the same hole. No coppers, just silver, and I was always curious about why there weren't any copper coins in that spill. You would think that a pocket spill would include coins across the board and not just silver. Now, back in the colonial era, it wasn't uncommon for silversmiths, even though this was illegal, to melt down silver coins in order to make things like silver buckles and silver cufflinks. So now, my mind is racing. I have to wonder if this silversmith that crafted mine and Nick's cufflinks actually dropped silver that he had intended to use for jewelry. Now, I guess we'll have to find more back there in order to substantiate that theory, but it sure is fun to think about. All right, I was on the other side of the field here. Got a 19 signal, and I knew I should have filmed it. I just had a feeling. I started rubbing it off. Where'd it go? I started rubbing it off, and then I saw very quickly that it was silver. Looks like we have a tiny little silver ring here. It's broken, unfortunately, but let me spray that off. We'll see if we have any marks on the inside to help date it. It's awesome. How about that? That's a pretty cool ring. I'm not finding any markings. And it looks like it might be adjustable, which unfortunately makes this probably like early 1900s at the very earliest, which is not what I'm looking for. You guys know I'm looking for older, but it's very cool, and I could be completely wrong because it doesn't even have any markings on there. It looks really old. I don't know. I will consult with my jeweler friend on that, and hopefully I'll have an age on the screen. I'm sure I will. You know, and it might not be adjustable. It might be that somebody actually, it just got cut or something. I have no idea, and then just rolled in on itself. So maybe that was like a home job. I have no idea. I am lost on this, but I really can't find any markings right now. So we'll just have to be happy at the moment that that's a silver ring. That's my second one this year, and I don't really find rings, just, because the areas I hunt. I don't do parks, I don't do beaches or anything like that. So every time I find a ring, it is a treat. So I will treasure that. And yeah, I can't wait to see how old this is. So you heard me mention my jeweler friend as I was pondering over how old that ring might really be. I reached out to her with several close-ups of the ring that were taken through a jeweler's loupe to see if she had any insight on this whatsoever. And normally, she is so good that she gets right back to me, and she is right all the time. It's kind of crazy. And maybe that's because she specializes in antique jewelry, which is what I tend to dig, given the areas that I hunt. Makes sense, right? Well, this time, She honestly had no idea. She said that she had never seen a ring that looks like mine made in the way that it is. And that without the context I had provided, she would have assumed a 20th century artisan ring. And frankly, for a minute there, I was thinking the same thing. But as the days went on after that hunt, the more I handled the ring, the more close up I looked at it, I knew I had to get yet another opinion. And that's when I reached out to an expert on Native American fur trade. He's dug hundreds to thousands of relics that fall right in this pipeline. Now, I sent him the same photos that I had sent to my jeweler friend, offered some context, and he immediately blew it off as a 20th century or relatively modern adjustable ring, and said that there was no possible way it was trade related. Now, to be fair, this fur trade expert is a very well-respected member of our community, and I have nothing but nice things to say about him. He's been so helpful with many of the relics I've dug, and I thank him profusely every time for the amount of time that he spends talking with me about what I dig. However, in this one instance, I had a feeling that my ring was just getting overlooked. I mean, just look at this tarnish. It looks really old. Not to mention, if you look over at that image on the right, you're gonna see, if you want to pause the video, you might need to, some really defined scratches within those little grooves. They're little abrasion marks. And I mean, that pattern on the front is like nothing that I've ever seen before. So I wasn't quite ready to chuck this in a drawer with my modern jewelry finds. And so I made one last ditch attempt to try to get an identification on this ring, and I went ahead and posted it in the fur trading group on Facebook. This group is loaded with experts on the fur trade and people who have been digging specifically and almost exclusively fur trading sites for decades. So while it's not always the case with a Facebook group, it is with this one, where you're getting really good, solid information. And almost as soon as I posted it, well, you could take a guess what happened, or we wouldn't be here, and the title of the video on my thumbnail wouldn't be Trade Silver. Yeah, it's a trade silver ring. And given the overwhelming response that I have received, I am very confident with the ID. Oh, and evidently, even all the way back in the 1700s, some silver rings were cut to be made adjustable, at least when it comes to fur trade rings, evidently. Now, here are some images from a book that I want you to take a look at. The name of the book is A Pictorial History of Fur Trade Goods, mid-1600s to early 1800s. And the pictures speak for themselves. It could not be any more evident that the grooves on my ring are echoed across a lot of different fur trade silver jewelry. So I can't believe I made that find. Absolutely incredible, but some things to keep in mind. Number one, I put a link in the description below to the book that I took some photos from for the sake of this video, because it is absolutely incredible. It's a little bit pricey, but if the fur trade interests you and you want to just see some absolute fur trade relic porn, this is the book for you. I mean, it's just, oh my God, I'm just drooling just thinking about it. I love this book. Now, second thing, it's important to note here that I did not jump to the conclusion of a trade ring. In fact, the elapsed time of me digging the ring to fully identifying it was a process that took several weeks. And it goes to show that if you have a hunch about something, you need to continue your research. But this is crucial. There is a very fine line between having a hunch and trying to think that something is just a little bit more exciting than it really is. In other words, don't claim that you've found the Holy Grail if you're not 100% sure. And furthermore, I'm going to stand on my soapbox for a minute while I have it. I don't care what your level of expertise is. If you're not open to learning new things all the time, or admitting when you have misidentified something, then you're in the wrong hobby. Period. Now, it's quite obviously not everyone's philosophy, but if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know where I stand on that topic. We have a really great responsibility to accurately identify the relics and coins that we dig from the ground, if and whenever possible. All of that commentary aside, this is one of the best finds I have ever made in my metal detecting career, and I cannot tell you how proud I am to have this in my collection to pass down to other generations for study and display for years and years to come. Back to the show. What you're about to watch is a bit shameful. To be honest, I feel like I robbed myself of the joy of finding your first. You'll see what it is. Oh, and feel free to laugh right along with me, because that's what I did when I edited this video. Here it is. Okay, I'm willing to bet just about anything that this is actually junk and I'm just not seeing it properly, but just in case, I got a 15 signal touching 16. It was every bit of 10 inches right down there, and I just got it out. Do I finally have a gold ring? Do I finally? I think it's definitely a... Oh my god, it's a ring. Oh my god, it's a ring. The question is it gold or is it plated? That might be good. Oh my god. I'm in shock right now. I've had such a slow day. Just in case I'm tacking this on to another video, I don't know. Sometimes I have to do that. Okay. Come on. Oh my goodness. Is it marked? Holy crap, I think that's good. I think I may have just got my first gold. I gotta be careful with it. That's a flipping gold. It doesn't even feel that heavy. I don't know what's going on right now. It rang up way too low to be aluminum. It rang up like a pull tab. Last I checked, those are made of aluminum. Oh my god, how beautiful is that? Okay, let me finish spraying this off. I really don't want to scratch it. I'm still in shock. I really am. Oh my god. Okay, I'll come right back. You guys, I don't know what to think about this. I think it's a crap ring. I don't know. I can't really tell. It probably is. Seems like the inside might be plastic. What? That stinks. Man, I'm so tired of getting gold-plated, just modern junk. If that's what this is, and I'm sure it is. It's my kind of luck right there for you, in terms of gold. Let me whip out my tiny violin so that I can put some music to all of this stupid complaining. Man, I mean, it's a pretty ring and all. It's burnt right there. At least it appears to be. Yeah, that's burnt. I'll test it and I'll look at it through a loop, but I think it's just like, I don't know, I just don't get it. I've never seen like a plated plastic, and that's what this feels like. I have no idea. Yeah, on that much, we can agree. No idea, but cross your fingers for me, but I am deflated. Deflated? That's a solid gold ring, you dimwit. Okay, now let's take a moment, and we're gonna go back, and we're going to really appreciate this solid gold, exquisite Victorian ring. Finally, it's taken me 6 years, but I have finally found solid gold. In case it wasn't glaringly obvious, I was a bit skeptical in the field, but fire damage does a lot of strange things to relics and can greatly alter their appearance. Now, the ring was unmarked, as they sometimes are when they're old, but as you can see on the screen right now, this tested a very strong 14 karat. And getting back to the age of this ring, it dates anywhere from 1880 to 1900, and it's called a black enamel tracery band. More than likely, it served as somebody's wedding band because the ivy leaves represent everlasting life, devotion, fidelity, and loyalty. The stuff that makes up a good marriage, right? Now, I know what some of you are saying at home. It took you 6 years to find a gold ring? Yeah, it did, because I only hunt pre-1850 sites with very few exceptions. I don't hunt parks, I don't hunt the beach, and I knew that gold would come eventually, but that it might take some time. And as it turns out, I was very right about that. Clearly, though, with how gorgeous this ring is, it was absolutely worth the wait. Whew. My heart's beating pretty fast right now. I was actually swinging over like a 10 signal. Couldn't find it, covered up the hole. And then at happenstance, I happened to swing my detector over to the next row. And then some ways I swing it, it's like 33, 34 consistent. This should be something awesome. It is super tight like a coin. That's going to be what it is. I'm really hoping for silver. Okay, I called Patrick over from half the field. It's 34 on the surface now. It's right in this clump. I'm not even going to need a pinpointer.
Oh, man.
It's going to... I am lightheaded. It's going to be a big piece of silver. It's going to be a big silver coin. I'll be shocked if it's a copper. If it is, that's fine, but... like, that could be like a 4 reals or something.
That would be nuts.
I know it's in here. I know it's in here. Oh, there it is. It's huge. It's a big silver. It's a big silver. You see it?
I see it.
I'm terrified. I think it's reeded. It's a $50 though. Oh my God. I'm really nervous. Wait a minute. Let me see if Nick wants to come over. Nick, I have a $50 and I don't know what it is. You want to come watch? Okay, we'll get back to you when she's over here for the big reveal. So Nick made it over here, and you said you're feeling a Ben.
I'm feeling Benny.
All right, well, I don't have a Ben Franklin, so let's see.
Let me get the
You know,
water.
I feel like I'm going to pop my knee out of its socket if it's something like a cap. So I just got on my knee a little. Oh my God. It's a freaking $1.50! Oh, dude! It's a $1.50! It's a $1.50! It's a...
You ready?
No! It's beautiful! Oh my God, 1877! Oh, let's see if it's an... Oh, I feel like that one is a common mint now. Holy shit, I just got a Seated Liberty $50 fudge! Oh, good, I don't have to peep that out. Oh, I think that's just the tarnish at this point. Yeah, we'll spray it off. Better off camera. Holy crap, let's get her in the sun.
Dang.
Yo! I was hoping it wasn't a walker. No offense to the people who only have opportunities to dig walkers. I totally get it. And it's a great coin you can find all over the United States. Always an awesome find. But those usually ring up a little bit higher. So, oh my God. And I feel bad. It's Patrick's birthday.
Yay.
I know. What if you get like an 8 real or something now, though?
Yeah, my machine's gonna die now. That's what'll happen.
Nah. Oh my God, dude! I think I may have nicked it right there. Actually, that might be old. That might be a plow whack.
Yeah,
I don't care. It's
I don't
right
see
on there.
shiny.
Okay. Whew. Okay, we're gonna finish cleaning that up, and I'll come back in a little bit. Oh, giddy up! That's awesome. Wow. That is one of the most beautiful silver coins I've ever dug, and it's big silver. I love it. I have wanted a seated half for a long time. After I got lucky with the quarter this past year, I did not think I was going to pull off a half. That's just getting spoiled. Oh, beautiful details on both sides. Obviously some pretty ugly tarnish there, but I'm going to leave that. I like that personality, and I don't really like shining up really old silver. Oh, my Lord. Looks like there's some dirt scratches, but sometimes that's unavoidable. I'm still absolutely, like, just gobsmacked with this. I'm just going to take it slow the rest of the day because, guys, I've had an almost, like, 2-month coin dry spell of really, you know, like a very desirable coin on the bucket list, and this is just what the doctor ordered. What a stunning coin. I am so lucky. I just tripped over an excellent signal. A little bit of iron in there, but that's a screamer. Oh, that sucker was down there. Good 8 inches. I just got it out, and what's really funny is I was just thinking, didn't sound quite like a coin. Maybe it's another buckle. Another knee buckle specifically. I was just thinking that before this got thrown out of the hole. And I think that's what we've got there. Very interesting looking buckle. Don't want to break it. I got to be careful with that. Yep, I can see the tongue right there. Whew, it's seen better days. Let me clean this up and I'll come back. Guys, I'm on cloud 9 right now. I know this looks like it's a silver wash, But I'll tell you what, with knee buckles, if it were a silver, it would actually be applied silver with this date of the buckle. And they would never put it on the back. That's a solid silver frame. Oh, I was literally just thinking about silver buckles today. Oh my goodness, this is going to clean up really nice. It's just the rust that's crapping up the silver. But I mean, the more I scratched it, which I really shouldn't have done because this is like coin silver from the friggin' 1700s. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I could go home right now. I very well may. I have stuff to do before Thanksgiving because it's the Tuesday before right now. Oh my God. That is incredible. Oh my goodness. I don't think I'm going to be able to save these. Over time, these will probably rust away. But that frame, and I've never seen this exact style before. This like, what is this? 8 sides. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, I still don't believe it. I'm shocked. Wow. That is one of the coolest things I have pulled out of this site. Oh my God. I'm so humbled by this. I love buckles, you guys know that. And that was on my bucket list this year. I've got like 10 things on there for 2022. And a silver buckle or an applied silver colonial buckle was what I wanted. And I got solid silver. Oh. All right, I feel like I'm going to cry, so I'm going to go now. Oh my goodness. What a spectacular find. So he came over here because I got a good target, I think.
Hopefully.
Yeah, let's hope. Came up in 1920. And it's either going to be a button or maybe a farthing.
It's got to be a coin.
No, I don't think so. Look at that depression there.
Oh.
So it's going to be some kind of button, I think.
Come on. Have no shank. Ha 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 ha.
What the? No, there's the shank mark. But what's going on here?
Looks like there might be something.
There might be. Yeah, there really could be. Okay, I'm going to brush that off and come back. Now, let me fill you in on what happened between the clip you just saw and what you're about to watch. As I was rubbing the dirt off of the button, I could see a raised edge all the way around. So I took out my toothbrush, rubbed it off more thoroughly, and I started to see scales. That's when my hands began to shake. So Patrick and I both got on our phones, did a quick Google search of what I thought it might be, and within seconds, we both found an exact match. So in the next clip where I come back to tell you what I found, there was easily a gap of 30 minutes in which I just stood in that field, doubled over. I mean, I had my knees on my hands and I was at a 90-degree angle. I was freaking out, I was crying, I was taking a lot of pictures of it, and I guess I should just shut up now and show you what I found. This guy just said he has a Cuban cigar in his car, and that's good because I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. This is a Patriotic rattlesnake button. You can see the rattlesnake's mouth at the top, and it's really corroded, but there'll be 13 stars representing the 13 colonies. This is a once-in-a-lifetime dig. Oh my God. I can't believe it's so corroded. Dang it. But hey, you know what? Like, oh, as it dries out, it's looking better. Look at through the viewfinder.
Oh my God. I told you 100%.
I'm freaking losing it.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
There's nothing else in this field. There's nothing else in this field. Holy crap.
Nothing else.
Oh my God. Oh man. Okay, well, I might need to go sit down or at least stand here for a minute. Oh man, guys, this is, I don't know if I just said it, I can't remember. This is much rarer than a George Washington inaugural button. These early patriotic buttons, like, you just don't dig them. I can't believe it's a rattlesnake.
I can't believe it. Oh my God.
I'm dying here. I'm full-blown ugly crying. You can't see it, but you know. Oh, that's yep. That's like a year maker. That's going to be my best find of the year, probably. Wow. I don't think I'm going to top that,
incredible.
Dude. I really don't think I'm going to top that. You just...
Oh my God.
I'm having a pretty good week. Wow. That is just amazing. Okay, I promised myself that I wouldn't make this cut-in on the rattlesnake button very long, so I'm going to try to keep it short-ish. Around the time the Declaration of Independence was written and distributed to the citizens of the 13 colonies, a solidarity of rebellion and nationalism brewed stronger than ever. However, not everyone was in favor of angering the British Crown by declaring their independence. So those who did believe in the cause to form our own nation showed their solidarity in subtle ways. One way to silently show your support for the cause and to find other allies could have been accomplished by wearing a rattlesnake button. Most of this symbolism, at least around the time the Revolutionary War broke out, was still kind of flying under the radar. So if you were wearing one of these buttons, it was a silent nod to other patriots that you were going to fight like hell to create this new nation. I guess you could sort of think of this as like a secret fraternal handshake. Now, let's tie that into today for the sake of relevance and maybe a better understanding of what I'm talking about. Have you ever watched the show Turn about Washington's spies? I know some of you have, definitely. Well, you can pretty much bet that at some point, those men who were helping Washington would have been wearing the rattlesnake buttons. I mean, just think about the very first lyrics in the opening song. There's snakes in the garden. You can be sure that's not a coincidence. Now, there is so much symbolism, hidden messages, Masonic connections, and other hypotheses about these buttons that I could literally spend an hour on this cut-in alone. But instead, so we can keep rolling along with the hunt, I've put a link in the description down below where you can read about this subject to your heart's content. It is an absolutely fascinating area of study, and the more I read about these buttons, the more honored I feel to have dug such an incredible piece of our nation's earliest history. Tripped over a nice signal right here. Right about there. We're gonna check that one out for sure. Well, I didn't want to jinx it, but there it is. That's got to be a coin. Kind of called Patrick over, but he's taking his time, so we'll just pop it. That's fine. That's fine. Out of this field, it's probably going to be totally slick anyway. But it's still number 11 for the year, and for that, and the fact that it's an old coin, I love it. So, oh, this is going to have some detail. This is going to have some detail to it. What on earth is this? Is this a... Oh my god, I think it's a Nova Constellatio. No. Okay, I just missed it. No! It is! It's either a Nova Constellatio or a Vermont. Oh my god. Oh my god. That has got to be what it is. Let me get this off before it dries on there. Oh, you can see that starburst in the middle. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know what this side's going to look like. And that's what... Oh my goodness. Oh my god. That's ridiculous. I can't believe it has details. Everything out of here is like totally toasted. Oh boy. Okay, I'm going to let that dry off and I'll come back. We're using Patrick's hat as an umbrella for this coin because you guys aren't going to believe how beautiful it is.
Oh my god.
I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Nova Constellatio. Look at that high in the middle. Oh my god. I'm going to have to do a cut-in on the history of them basically right now. Okay. Without making this cut-in too long so we can get back to the action, let me break it down for you. Right after we had declared our victory over the British and became a truly independent nation, we needed to make our own coinage, because up until that point, we were using British coppers and Spanish silvers as our currency. Not to mention, each colony had their own numismatic system, which created a lot of confusion and needed to be resolved. The Nova Constellatio patterns were the culmination of 2 years of work on the part of Robert Morris, the founding father credited with financing the Revolutionary War. Morris was unanimously elected as the first Superintendent of Finance in 1781, and on February 21st of the following year, Congress passed the following resolution: that Congress approve of the establishment of a mint, and that the Superintendent of Finance be, and hereby is directed to prepare and report to Congress a plan for establishing and conducting the same. Due to the new government's precarious financial situation, Congress did not put Morris's plan into effect. However, Morris's decimal system was not lost on two of the founding fathers who examined Morris's pattern coins, Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson, the primary architects of the US dollar. Both men became champions of the decimal concept after examining Morris's coins. While Thomas Jefferson was in possession of the Nova Constellatio coins, he wrote a report entitled Notes on the Establishment of a Money Unit and of Coinage for the United States. In it, Jefferson concluded, the financier, therefore, in his report, well proposes that our coins should be in decimal proportions to one another. If we adopt the dollar for our unit, we should strike 4 coins, 1 of gold, 2 of silver, and 1 of copper. This is the first written description of the monetary system ultimately adopted by the United States, clearly illustrating the historical importance of Morris's patterns. However, in the end, none of the Nova Constellatio coins were intended for circulation, making them exceedingly rare. In fact, the variety that I found is estimated to have a rarity of 500 to 999 pieces. Now, just wait, because my coin in particular has a very special story to tell. But for now, back to the show. This is, to me, a lot more exciting than the seeded half. This is just, oh my god, we're watching it dry on camera in real time. Look at this thing. And it looks like it was holed but then plugged, but I haven't stuck a toothpick through there because I don't have any toothpicks. But oh my god. This is just, wow. I think it's 1785. I think they were only 82 to 85. That's got to be dirt. That does have to be hold.
Yeah,
I'm not leaving alive. I'm not leaving alive. Patrick really wants a 1700s hold coin. And
I'll take any hold coin.
All I wanted this year, because I keep, hunting like cornfields, and I love it, but all the coppers come out toasty, U.S. included, even though the copper, quality is amazing. They've all come out toasted. And the one that I wanted the most this year. I literally make a bucket list of like 10 things I really want to find each year. And besides the Liberty cap, this is the only one that was on there. And I couldn't have asked for a more beautiful one. I just kept rubbing the dirt off because I could see there was a lot of detail underneath. So this is a totally stable coin. I'm not going to destroy it. I have no opportunity to destroy it, Patrick. You got to be happy for me with that one.
I'm so happy for you. Like, that's so beautiful.
Oh, my God. I can't. That's outrageous. We got to find a toothpick to blast the dirt through that so I can take some pictures. Oh, my God. And we just ran into a friend of mine on the way. And he and a friend were beeping this field. They're the one next to it today. Oh, he's not going to believe me at all. I got to take a picture and show him where I found it. I'm still filming you. Just
good.
Being
I'm getting you a
weirdo.
stick to poke that hole.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, am I going to poke it?
Yes, go for it, since you can't have one of your own, unfortunately.
Hold, you son of a gun. Stef.
You'll get yours, and it's going to be a friggin' 8 real, so be quiet.
I'm going to wear it,
You have that kind of luck, so... Oh, beautiful. My God. Yeah, that's just... I'm just going to hang out now. I'm just going to hang out. Wow. Okay. Well, that's 2 amazing finds for us.
That's awesome.
Because I'm sure by now I'm done a cut in on your cufflink. I certainly hope that I have. I hope that we can figure it out. I think it is a Federal Navy button, like 1790s. That is my best guess, which is an amazing find. Equally amazing to this, in my book. This is in better condition, but I mean,
that's way better. Don't even lie. Come on.
It might
Look at it with the hole.
It might be better.
It's so much better. I have to one up you now.
Yeah, I know.
Where's my kettle point? Where's my
I know. They're out here, man. They're out here.
Let's do it.
Now, remember how I said this coin in particular is special? Take a look at the orientation of the hole on the reverse. It is placed directly over the U.S. for United States. As you can probably imagine, since this was the first coin ever struck under the authority of the United States, it's also the first coin with the U.S. on it. And since these coins were never intended for circulation and probably weren't used as currency, I suspect that a patriot, proud of his new country, wore this around his neck as a sign of solidarity for the cause that birthed America. And here's part of the reason why that Nova Constellatio took the #1 spot. It made the cover of American Digger magazine, which in and of itself is a massive honor, not to mention the coin that I get to keep and love forever. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this look back at the last 12 months of my very best finds, and we will see you next week.